Okay, hello. Well, my life has changed clearly. How many subscribers am I gonna lose because I haven't uploaded a video in like a year? Take a guess. Put it in the comments. Why not? Let's see. Hopefully it's not more than 1,000. How are you guys today? I am going to try this video without too much editing because I don't have time. My life has changed a lot, and what I want to talk about today, in addition to some updates at the end of the video and like what I think I'm going to be doing with this channel maybe, is what do you do when life changes unexpectedly? What do you do? Because again, in the past year, a lot has changed in my life. Like, I can't even describe how much has changed. I don't even feel like I'm the same person. Like, look at this. This is not the way I left you guys. But usually when life changes, let's talk about this. When life changes, things happen. Like, the big things that I think about are like a death, a marriage, a divorce, a breakup, a new relationship, the ending of a job, the beginning of a job. All of those kinds of things bring a lot of stress. You know, they're hard. Maybe for you, I don't know if it's the same for you. I think of it as like a chapter is opening in my life or a chapter's closing. I feel like these are big moments, and these big moments are scary. So the first thing that I want to say when it comes to these big life-changing events in your life is there is a disorder for if you feel like you're really stressed out and you feel like you cannot handle this. Maybe you notice you're having trouble sleeping, your heart is always racing, you're freaking out, you don't know what to do, people are noticing changes in you. You can go to a therapist, obviously, and talk about your problems, and they have a disorder for this. So you may want to even ask them, I've heard about this thing called acute stress disorder, and acute stress disorder is when you experience symptoms that are similar to like trauma or PTSD, but because they're in reaction to a specific life stressor, that's only, it's a contextual thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It's only specific to that life stressor. That's why you're acting this way. It's not that you're going to be acting this way forever. You just need help temporarily. So you can go in. You don't even have to mention this if you don't want to, but you can go ahead and talk to somebody. But let's think about what I've done in the past year, because again, I've had a lot of different changes. Some of them expected, some of them unexpected. Sometimes I think the unexpected ones are actually a little bit better than the expected ones, because then I don't have to worry about what's coming in the future. Well, I think the first thing I always think about when it comes to changes is going and relying on somebody else. That's maybe why I think about a therapist, if a therapist is an option for you. But I also think to myself, who are the friends that I can count on? Who are the ones that I know I can trust, who will listen to me, who will support me, who will make me feel validated, who won't judge me, they're not going to criticize me, they're not going to make it all about them, all those bad things that people do. You can have those friends and they can be like friends that you only talk to now and then maybe, but when it comes to these deep issues, you need somebody who really cares about you and you can trust them. So look for those people if you can. Go to them. Sometimes it's the end of a friendship or the end of a relationship that is happening and you're like, wait, I can't go to the person who I usually go to. So that's frustrating, but think about other people who have helped you in the past. See if you can reach out to them. They may be able to help you. If not, I have actually found a lot of help from strangers. You'd be surprised if you walk up to somebody, obviously it's better if you are a little bit acquainted with them, but start something new with somebody. Just be like, hey, you know what? I'm having a hard time. I know that people don't always think it's like okay to share your problems with people, but again, a lot of people will actually listen, and you'll know right away probably too. If somebody is not the right person, they'll act like they don't want to hear what you have to say. So don't worry about that. But most people are compassionate and most people have some form of empathy and they will listen to you, and you might actually start a new friendship that goes somewhere positive. So even though you're experiencing this change that feels very negative, it feels very heavy and scary, you can go through that change with somebody else and actually build a bond with somebody that takes it to a positive place. That's what I found in my life. It's something that I continue to find happening all the time. So even today. So yeah, I tend to think about going to people first. But some other things that you can do, I don't know how you think about your life and your spirituality, your religion, maybe you're atheist, whatever it is, but you probably, not everybody, but you probably have some kind of opinions about the way the world works. And maybe you, for example, if you believe in God, maybe this is a good time to start praying to God, just to feel that support from God, to feel connected, to feel that you're not alone. Or if you don't believe in God, you can go take a walk in nature if nature helps you to relax. You know, a lot of stress also is physiological. It happens in your heart, it happens in your lungs, it's streaming through your body, you know? So get in touch with how your body is feeling. Slow down your breathing if you can. And again, walking in nature, for example, is a great thing. I know that we're in the middle of this virus right now, so you got to be careful about meeting people. The COVID virus, just for anybody who's watching in 10 years or something, if anybody's watching in 10 years. I know you got to be careful about what you do and who you're around, and try not to have... All right, I'll get to that in a second. But, you know, if something makes you feel good, this is the time to do it when these changes are going on. Don't feel guilty about taking time for yourself. Don't feel, don't make it worse for yourself. Don't make it worse for yourself. It's okay to be having a rough time, and it's okay to seek support. There's nothing wrong with that. What I would like to say is that it's very easy to find negatives when things are changing. I know that especially is true for myself. I tend to see a negative, and then I see like the 1,000 what ifs that could happen, all of the different ways that this could go wrong. And I find like all the different branches on the tree of where we're going to go wrong, and this is going to be terrible, and I'm not going to be able to survive this. And try not to do that. Every time you think a negative thought, turn around and do a positive one. It may actually be good for you to write it down. Write down all the negatives and then just write the opposite. Write the positive. Even if you don't believe it's true, just write it. Put it down. Because you need to get out of that mindset that everything's going to go wrong. I know that's hard, by the way. Sometimes I can't do it. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to write this down. Why would I write that down? No, I know it's going to be bad. And you know what? Sometimes you do know that things are going to be bad. And sometimes you just have to kind of like chomp down on it and keep going. So if you know it's going to be bad and you don't believe me that there are positives coming around the corner, then think about the ways that you found the strength to get through the things that have already happened in your life, and remind yourself that you're here right now. That's important. Okay, so in the interest of not taking up too much of your time, I hope that was helpful. If you have any ideas or suggestions, put that down below in the comments, or maybe you can chat with each other and help each other along with whatever you're going through. I would like to hear from you. I know I'm a horrible YouTuber, and I don't look at a lot of comments or anything, but let's get to that. Let's talk about this channel and what's going on. So my life has changed a lot. As I said, I feel like it's been a year since I did this. Maybe it's been more than a year and a half. Wow, I don't even know. But I think I would like to continue I like doing YouTube, okay? I don't have a lot of time. This is why I'm filming in my car right now. And to be honest, if I continue to do YouTube, it's probably going to be mostly in my car. That's basically the only place I find the time to do this kind of thing. But this is a mental health channel, and I have been finding myself lately very interested in the topic of attachment. I actually, hold on one second, I have with me a book that I am reading. That's kind of like the book to be reading as far as adult attachment. It is Attachment in Adulthood. It's really, really good as far as it just tells you every study out there about attachment. Maybe not every single one, but it feels that way. It's very comprehensive. I wouldn't recommend it for every person, but it's helping me to get a better grip on attachment and how it relates to relationships and breakups and all of that stuff. And I know a lot of you have found me for that reason, so I want to be educated about it, not only for myself, but also so, if I share information with you, I know what I'm talking about. So I think what I want to do is create a channel based around attachment specifically, not this channel, a new channel. Let me know what you think about that. Is that something that you're interested in? Because for me, I have a pretty good grip on the basics of attachment, but even understanding the things that I understand about attachment, I still question so much, and even understanding things. It's hard when you're in the moment of having an attachment related problem with somebody to change the way you behave and change the way you think. And I'm working on that for myself because I have a lot of interesting relationships in my life that are complicated, and I am monitoring myself as I have problems with people. And I don't know. I think you understand what I'm saying. Relationships in general, friendships, lovers, whatever, they're complicated. Family, it's all complicated. So I want to understand it better. I want to have a more fulfilling and happier life. I'm sure you do too. So for me, I feel like learning about attachment and sharing that with you is the way to go. That's where my heart is pulling me. So that's what I think I will be doing. If it's something that's interesting to you, please let me know. Help me get motivated to do it. Because maybe I'm not so good at motivating myself right now, but my life is continuing to change. So I can't give you any guarantees, but let me know what's changing in your life. Remember to put some tips for other people about what you do when you have unexpected changes in the comments. And I look forward to hearing from you. So yeah, that's all I got for now, but it's been nice seeing you. Bye. Where's the off button? That's how long it's been, guys. Bye.